living a life that you love and you get to do exactly what you want to do is glamorous to me, or it's exactly what I want it to be. So I'm very content with that, just and stoked about being able to have made the choices to get me here. I wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail. I read a book and it sounded fun. No real other inspiration other than that, and maybe a complete bit of freedom, no tether to phone or obligation. I guess I didn't have any responsibility at the time, so was just finishing college and I was getting ready to go to grad school. So I hiked the Appalachian Trail, and that's a trail on the East Coast. It's about 2,200 miles, and it took me 4 months. And that really sent me into, wow, like I want to do way more stuff outside. It's so enjoyable to disconnect and get out and do things. Went to school as well, grad school in Tennessee, and after that I was like, I took a job real quick and then had an old relationship end, and I figured there's no reason to stick around when I do want to explore the rest of the country without that tether. I just bolted. Arizona's been sort of nonstop fun ever since. I've been wanting to move towards this in a while, and I was at a point where I was either just going to keep working the same job and probably move towards getting a house or something, and it's just easy to fall into that. It's a societal expectation. I didn't have a place to call my own, and this seemed like the way to do that, and the way to allow me to maximize my lifestyle. I'm a physical therapist. I work a fairly flexible schedule. I work 4 days a week, and then my 3 days, it's see where we can take this van and what trails are there to be ridden. I can schedule up to 3 weeks to as long as I would like and go pick another place I want to see, ride, or have friends at, and I'll just go and visit. I think living in a van shows me how much living I don't do in a van, because I'm always doing something. There's stuff to go do. I'd rather get rich on experiences than fill a house or a van full of materials, because they don't mean a lot. And I've noticed just like the value of life for me has gone up greatly having a lot less. Mountain biking's the thing now. I've gone through about everything in the outdoors. A lot of rock climbing, and then cycling picked up after a big rock accident a couple years ago, and cycling just seems to be most accessible. I don't need a partner. I can ride alone. Coop can chase me, and Coop's my dog. So as long as we're riding, I'm happy. Not a lot of other hobbies. Work, ride, repeat. I'm growing up, but it feels like the fun is just getting better and better. I don't feel much older. The challenges in living in a van that I've seen so far, I think just getting used to this amount of space and being comfortable with it. The number one things, I'm always sort of thinking, if I'm going to go ride, what am I going to do for a shower, that type of thing. I'm a member of a gym here in Flagstaff and in Williams, and then I'm able to shower where I work as well, which is a blessing. Parking is interesting everywhere you go. You get comfortable parking certain places. I've been knocked on a few nights just traveling around different cities, and you always have to check the city ordinance. So it's normally you want to know someone and get off a public road, so you're in a driveway. It is getting cold. I'm learning challenges at that rate. I'd never even see a lot of the stuff living in a van as a challenge, because it's exactly what I want to be doing. Makes sense to me. I do a lot of stuff in Colorado, Utah, New Mexico. I know people there, and it's very accessible to Arizona. I've taken it back home to Tennessee. It was a huge trip. We've taken it sort of everywhere. I've only got 16,000 miles on it, but I've only had it drivable for 5 months. That's sort of kicking it. When we do go, we have very little agenda, because if we get tired, we stop. It makes the travel so much easier. You can always eat good meals. I always hear people get tired of traveling because they don't get to cook, or they don't get to have their routine. I feel like my routine is completely maintained when I travel. Traveling with your gear. It's so nice. You have everything you need all the time, and I love that. It really is like having a home on wheels. I mean, it's exactly what it is. I don't necessarily want to have to buy a place or rent everywhere I go, and now I can travel to a city, take a work contract, not really investing in trying to stay here forever. And that's another reason I'm doing this. I don't know where I want to be forever. I think it's hard for anybody to know. So it's great I can travel to each little spot, see if it's for me, or see if there's a person that makes me want to stay. I think that's a viable option. It just hasn't happened yet. I feel like I'm just seizing any opportunity there is to mend friendships, experience, and live more than just sort of watch it from Facebook, right? So it's super enjoyable on that, and you manage your time so well. The maintenance is minimal. So I feel like another freedom would be getting so much more time just for choosing this lifestyle. All my time is for doing stuff, for a living, going out and being with people I wanna mend friendships with, and do more bike riding or do more stuff that's a rich experience than just something I'm spending money on. And that's huge. That's what I'd rather be doing anyways. I don't even have an end game for this. I would like to live in a van as long as possible until I have a significant reason to change this lifestyle right now. It's easy, and I'm using everything that I have, I use to its usable life, which is great, feels good, means I'm spending money less on other things that I don't need. So I would do this as much as possible. I'd encourage anyone to try any sort of minimalistic tactics in their own life, whether it isn't a home or not. It's looking at your phone less and just using less in general is a great feeling, and you do a lot more living than just existing in a home.